Welcome to New Realities. Welcome to New Realities. Welcome to New Realities. Welcome to New Realities.
My name is Alan Steinfeld.
And on this show, I'd like to investigate the nature of consciousness, who we are on not just a physical level, but maybe a spiritual soul level. And that has to do with how we perceive the world and who we are in our dreams, in our altered states of consciousness.
Well, there are levels of reality I can discuss and levels of reality I can't discuss.
That we could transform into other planes, other dimensions, other realities.
Alternate realities, parallel realities.
Inner realities.
New realities, as your program is named, to create new realities, and based on all the things that you've never experienced before.
This is New Realities TV. I'm Alan Steinfeld with Paula Gloria from the Nevada desert at Burning Man 1999. See you next week.
Bye.
And I've been doing this program for the last 15 years, and it's about exploring the expansion of our consciousness.
Consciousness is basically a primary attribute of existence.
And when you can harness the power in consciousness, you will create your new reality.
New Realities is giving voice to the evolution of a spiritual culture that is emerging in this country.
Vatsayana, the Kama Sutra, he says, it's not the road you walk, it's the walking.
And the best communication you can ever have is the communication with the divine, because that's where you get the most support.
So what New Realities does is open that window a little wider so we could peek our heads out and see a greater possibility for who we are as human beings and what's possible for the planet.
Once we begin to expand our repertoire of ourselves, a lot of the old conversation falls away, and that's what's happening to everyone on this planet.
The old dramas, I mean.
The old dramas fall away.
Because they're
the
so
fears
boring
fall
anyway.
away.
I mean,
the fears fall away.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of death. I'm not afraid of going out into the cosmos. I'm not afraid of having a galactic being stand next to me, and I have had those experiences. And so my reality has shifted, and it's shifted in a way that I feel is not something that has happened to me, but that I can use. My higher self says, use life.
I'm constantly on the lookout for people who have new ideas about who they are, about new relationships.
The world would be a much better place to live if we were kinder. And what I say is turn it around. You be kind. You know, if the world is so unkind, where's the teacher of kindness?
Swami Satchidananda said that there are two ways to realize two really good paths. The first is to be a monk, but if you're not going to do that in this lifetime, then the second is to learn about who you really are by having relationships.
Bruce Lipton is a brilliant biologist who gave us a whole new paradigm for evolution. We're not just the environment as a physical, I'm also you, because you're part of the environment.
Right, we're all connected as one. The environment is a connection. It is not a separation. Science and religion both fail by reducing us as something separate from the environment.
Right.
Man is created above and beyond everything else. Man is separate from, it's like man is not separate from anything. The moment we believe man is separate is the moment we are actually on the decline of our vitality.
Alex Gray has given us new art and new visionary symbols in which to evolve our culture.
Art, in general, argues for the reality of the inner worlds. It speaks for that. And that's what we need to sort of resurrect in the 21st century, is the value of the inner worlds, that the subjective is what brings meaning and purpose to our lives.
Right now, I'm out there giving a voice to people that would not be heard otherwise, and I really enjoy it, and I'm happy to be doing what I'm doing, and I want as many people to hear the understanding that realities emerge as people shift consciousness, and as you shift what you believe into what Lewis Carroll says in Alice in Wonderland, I like to believe 6 impossible things before breakfast. start to believe some impossible things.
Look at the UFO phenomenon as having developed this way. We saw these things flying around. We originally thought they were military, they were American or Russian or something. It took a while before people began to think, Lord, are they extraterrestrial?
Yeah.
Then that got accepted. But nobody wanted to think there was anybody in them. They're just machines or something. Because it's a little too scary to imagine people, beings inside these things.
These gray beings, I'm sure everyone knows who the grays are. You'd have to be in a coma not to know who the grays are at this point. With the big eyes. I was in this room and there were 4 little girls that ran over to me calling me mommy.
In Nevada, they called 395 the extraterrestrial highway, and this county in Washington have said it's illegal to harass or trap Sasquatch. So you've got governments.
So, by planting new ideas into people's minds, I hope that new realities will emerge. So, thank you.
Hey, Jack.